welcome to another edition with Coffee with Cory. We at the Bismarck's Meg-a-Latte, this beautiful location here. We were just in Fargo the other day. We got a special guest here, Roofer Rex from
Hey, Cory.
CE Construction here in Bismarck. And before we get talking about roofing, because it's raining and things are leaking, roofs are leaking, should we talk a little basketball?
I love basketball, Cory. Let's do it.
Same with me. So let's go to the not WNBA. That's not yet. You want to talk about WNBA?
I mean, we could.
Nah,
but
let's not.
it's-
We'll come back.
yeah.
Women is obviously fun to
NBA's
watch.
happening right now.
Yeah, NBA's happening. We got the Knicks and Celtics. Who do you got?
I'm a lifelong Celtics fan. I've been a Larry Bird fan since I was a little kid. Used to watch those games.
I was
sitting on
Magic
my dad's
fan.
lap. Yeah, so you would have been the enemy. Yep, yep. What's funny is my dad's from LA area,
Okay.
and he grew up in that area, and he was a Larry Bird fan the whole time. So it was a rough time for him.
Yeah, I was a Magic fan. Showtime, baby, Showtime. Well, we'll give you the Celtics. We got the Celtics and the Knicks, and you're going for the Celtics tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be a rough game without Tatum. So
Yeah, Tatum, when he went down, ooh, it's over with.
yeah.
He's quite the player. And when he went down, it was such a kind of a weird thing. I thought he broke his foot.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, an Achilles tendon, that's not good.
There-
Okay, OKC or Denver?
I got to go Denver. I'm a fan of the Joker.
The
so,
Joker?
Yep.
I'm going to go with Denver, too. I'm not going to disagree with you there. I think Denver, I like the Joker, and we'll see if they got I don't know if they're playing tonight or tomorrow night.
I think they play tonight.
Okay.
No, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
C's play tonight. The
Yeah.
Knicks.
Yeah. So we got big NBA games coming, and then you got Indiana and Minnesota that's in it. Let's go. Who do you have winning it all? Do you think?
That's a tough call. I would say if I had to guess, I would pick the Nuggets winning it all. I
with
would
the
love to
Nuggets?
see the T-Wolves win it.
Me too. I mean, it's closer. I'm going to go with the T-Wolves. My, first pick was the Warriors. I was a Warrior fan. Became a Warriors fan with Steph
Yeah.
about 10, 12 years ago. But yeah, I'm going with the T-Wolves.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's switch to this crazy weather we're having in North Dakota. So we had 90 degrees a couple days ago.
Yeah.
We got 45 out there now.
Yeah, it was dipping into the 30s this morning.
Ooh,
And it was up to about 97 earlier this week.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, well, I guess we're getting into the weather stuff and talking about really roofing and stuff. Let's describe what do you do, Rex, and what services do you guys offer?
Yeah, so what I do is I serve as a consultant, I guess you could say, of sorts. I help folks solve problems. So roofing-wise, siding-wise, windows, gutters, doors. Primarily I gravitate towards roofing and a lot of insurance restoration just because I'm really good at it. The team I have with C Construction is really good at making sure that people get their properties restored back to whole, back to pre-loss conditions, pre-storm conditions after a storm. Adjusters are very busy and they get out there and they do their inspections, but they do miss things and they rely on a contractor to go through and comb through everything and make sure everything's accounted for and then make sure everything's put back to code, but manufacturing specifications as well. And I want to make sure that things are done right, so when people call me, it's to come over for the family barbecue, not to fix something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So CE Construction, I didn't know that. So you do all of that. You do windows? Or
Yeah,
you-
we're exterior, yep. So we don't do decks and landscaping, but we'll do, yep.
Gotcha.
yep.
You do
And-
siding, roofing.
Yeah. Typically I say, metal roofing, commercial roofing, house roofs, shingled roofs, and then siding just fits right in there. And then we end up doing windows and doors just because siding,
Exterior.
yeah. And then they get damaged by hail too, so.
So, I mean, obviously, we have these extreme temperatures in North Dakota, and I've had a little experience doing some roofing for Mr. Mack. Remember Mr. Mack?
Yep.
And
Chris Mack.
so I couldn't say that I'm an expert. Maybe he could be. Obviously, you are. What's the best roofing type in our state with 70 mile an hour
Yeah.
winds? We got 40 below to 100
Yeah.
above. What's the best roof type?
So first let me just say I'm no expert. My dad was in construction, right? And he would say that X means nothing and a spurt is just a drip under pressure. So I'm not an expert, okay? But we have a good team around us that knows a lot, has a lot of great stories, and
Yeah.
together we come up with a good solution
plan.
for people. So
Yeah.
typically the best roof here for this area, you're going to look for, let's say Bismarck, right? So they get a lot of hail. Every year it seems like they're getting hail. Mandan. People are moving towards class 4 shingles. So heavier more hail impact resistant. And the heavier shingles are obviously going to help with wind like we're having today. If people typically, sometimes they'll ask me, man, Rex, I'm tired of all this hail. I need a metal roof. Metal's going to fix it all. And I look at them and I say, I'm happy to put a metal roof on your house. I'll put a rocket ship on your house, Cory, if you want me to. We'll go to the moon, man. But that metal roof is not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to not get damaged by hail. It's going to have issues.
And so when you say metal, and I think most people don't understand this, and I probably don't either. So you're saying aluminum, steel, what is it?
It's steel.
Steel?
Yeah, most metal roofs are steel. A lot of people say I want a tin roof. What they mean is steel. So 26, 24 gauge, pretty thick steel is a common.
And it can be kind of loud, right? I mean,
it's loud. Yep. It's expensive. It's double the cost of shingles sometimes, if not more, depending on what type of metal you're using. And then it just creates. So you take your home, like you got a beautiful home in Williston. I'd been on it and inspected it, and if you put metal on it, it's going to kind of look like it's on a barn, on a shop.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So there are options that will give you the protection you want and the functionality you want without sacrificing the aesthetic of a good shingle with the shadow lines and all that fun stuff.
So when you say shingles, class 4, so is class 5 even thicker, or is it class 1?
It's class 3 and 4. That's typically. I mean, there's class 2s, but typically they used to say 30 or 40 year shingles. So, I mean, there's going to be people listening to this that say, Rex, that's not what it is. Typically, when I'm talking to homeowners in their driveway, they're wanting a 30-year shingle, a 4-year shingle, or we want a class 4. My insurance is going to give me a discount on class 4s, and it's going to prevent hail damage from the piddly hail. Big hail, softball-sized hail is going to damage anything. But that's class 3, class 4. They're shifting away from 30, 40, 50 year. And going more towards classifications for impact resistance, wind resistance.
Yeah, I don't know if they caught that. So anything, big hail is going to damage almost anything.
Yeah. And people talk about wind warranties too. Man, what's this, 130? I don't know if I want to go with the 130 or the 140. And I kind of look at them and I say, once it gets past 90 or 100, I don't think you're going to be thinking, man, I wish I'd have gotten the 140. You're going to be, trying to hunker down.
That's a major wind event. I mean, you got they used to sell the T-locks.
Yeah,
Do they even sell them anymore?
No, those are just continued years ago.
Yeah.
So typically, something for people watching to know too is, if you have T-locks and you're in a hail area, you can get those approved pretty quickly because they're discontinued. All you need is one hit of hail on an elevation and you can get it approved.
Yeah.
For a replacement from your insurance. So.
Gotcha. Well, before we keep talking roofing and construction and stuff, let's give a shout out to Meg-a-Latte. I got my go-to salted caramel mocha, and what do you got drinking today?
I was sucking down coffee like crazy today already, so I went with a tea. So this is the Cantaloupe Coconut Milk Tea.
Cantaloupe
Coconut milk.
Coconut
Say
milk
that
tea.
3 times fast. Yeah. Cantaloupe.
Right.
It's the tea of the day.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Right on. So thank you, Megan, for having us here and supporting this Coffee with Cory here with Rex. So we got a lot of weather. Just extremes in North Dakota, which is just this year it seems even more extreme. 90 some last couple days. Now it's going to be almost 35 tonight or something crazy.
Yeah.
So what else do you guys specialize in? Is it just those 3 things? And and maybe the other question is, what kind of service area do you guys cover?
What we specialize in is those things. Obviously, I mean, I said we do a lot of insurance, and probably 95% of what we do is insurance restoration because we're really good at people hear about us and then we go help them and we save the day. But retail would be nice. It's just, Cory, you just need a new roof. Boom, let's do it. Let's not deal with insurance, right? You don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with it. We love working with commercial. There's a couple restaurants in town here that have reached out to us and friends of mine. I network with other contractors here, and there's a lot of work when it comes to stuff like this weather, and people call us for leaks, and then we try to play cat and mouse and find the leaks.
Yeah.
So
and
we'll
your
get out
phone
there.
is ringing off the hook coming in here. I mean, it's raining. Yeah. It's a pause now. I think more rain's coming. It's just, we got a lot of rain coming.
And then, I mean, as we're sitting here, about to start, I'm finishing up a quick text. Let me finish this text to this person. Well, one of them was a friend of ours that we know in Williston that needs me to get out there and help them out with some things. So I've got to make a trip out there. So where we service, all over the state. So we love being here in Bismarck. It's a great south central location, gives us an opportunity to kind of disperse. We don't go out towards Fargo as much just because there's just so much already out there in the Fargo-Moorhead area, but I'd love to. I've been on a Pizza Hut in Grand Forks before.
Yeah.
Helped people out in the Devil's Lakes area about a year or two ago. Yeah, we'll go all over, and if we can't get there, we'll find somebody. I network quite a bit and make sure that.
So kind of almost like Meg-a-Latte coverage. It's a CE construction coverage.
That's my goal. I just want to follow Meg-a-Latte everywhere I go.
Right. Well, where are you located? Is there a shop, and how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so they can get a hold of us on our Facebook page, CE Construction Bismarck. Our website, obviously, roofce.com. I have a location here in town. I share an office with, actually she's my chiropractor, Lifestyle Chiropractic. I have a sign out there. It's a big building where multiple offices are in there. I don't have a shop. I run pretty lean.
Okay.
And I don't hang out in my office very often. People want to come by. I tried to swing by your office and do this or do that, and I said, man, I'm in a driveway right now helping somebody out with a roof.
Yeah.
So typically my office is my truck, it's your driveway, it's a roof.
So that tells me, and that your lean operation, you've got the overhead low, you try to keep the costs down to have a good, just a good service for people.
Right, and provide a competitive price too. We're not the most expensive, we're not the least expensive, we're fair and reasonable. I don't do discounts per se, but we love helping out, nonprofits. There's a big nonprofit here in town that we were able to get about a $17,000 worth of a $150,000 job, about $17,000 of that covered through our connections with our manufacturers too. Veterans, military, teachers, we're both in the education realm where I was, so we love helping them out too.
Yeah, giving the nonprofits and giving discounts in a sense, that's a positive. You're community minded.
Right. You have the ability to do that when you're prudent, right, wise with how you run your business. So our owners, Chad Van Lacken, does a really good job with that. So.
Well, that sounds good, Rex, and we're here in Bismarck, and it sounds like they service all over the state. Give him a call. Connect with him on Facebook, CE Construction. Anything else you want to plug here before we're done with this session?
I would plug Meg-a-Latte, man. Make sure you guys are getting to Meg-a-Latte. Megan and Eddie and Cory, they're doing a fantastic job running these facilities and serving their community, and they really love people. And I think that's a big part of what I do, is I do what I do for people. Yeah. We're not just roofing, we're not just in the coffee industry, we're in the people industry, and people matter most. So,
yeah, for sure. Well said. And it's about people. It's about relationships. And North Dakota Nice, he is certainly one of those people. Yeah. And I think with that, we'll shout out to Megan again and Meg-a-Latte. Thank you for this edition of Coffee with Cory. And signing off. Till next time.
Yep. We're out.